I'm going to go through this one fairly quickly here. Here, ladies and gents, you guys all have a chance at this, so I'm going to go through this one fairly quickly. I'm going to go through this one fairly quickly. So I'm going to do 16 times 8 is, oh my goodness, big number. Thank you. Should I lie? I want you guys. What's 128 times 8? 1,024.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Minus 128x plus 128x minus 16x squared equals 624. Is that right? Good. Okay. What you'll notice. So things are going to work out beautifully here. We're going to get 1,024. Minus 624 minus 16x squared equals 0. You're going to get 400 minus 16x squared equals 0. Okay, we have 3 options to solve this. I'll go from the least good one to the best one. Okay, the least good one is quadratic formula. Okay, you may solve this quadratic formula before you did, and it takes too long. The second best way is to do difference of squares and solve by that, but there is an easier version. Madison, what is it? Yeah, I'm going to do it 400 equals 16x squared. Next step, Ben, is what? Thank you. Divide by 16. You get a beautiful number, which is 25 equals x squared. Final step is going to be what? Square root. So x is equal to plus or minus 5. Okay, is that my final answer, plus or minus 5?
Yes.
Somebody says yes, plus or minus 5 is my answer. I'm going to say incorrect because of this statement right here. Okay? Can I talk to you guys? Because of this statement right here, right? So we're going to say just 5. So therefore, the speed of the river is 5 kilometers per hour. And that's actually really scary. So guys doing that giant trip, if you can only go 8 and the river's going 5, good luck to you. Okay, that's going to be a very long ride home. Okay, it's going to be, well, 16 hours. It's going to be 3 hours with the river, because like 39 divided by 13 is 3 hours with the river, and 13 hours against the river. It's going to be a long, difficult 13 hours. Okay. Yes?
Okay, when you came up with my answer, you said something about you can get 5 and 3.
Yeah, I was thinking backwards. Because where I was getting 3 from in my mind was 8 minus 5 is 3, like for the 3 for the speed there. The 5 is the right answer. We're good. Questions and fears about this. If you made a small algebra mistake, that's okay, but try not to have that happen. Okay? Just like this, a lot of things will cancel out in these questions. Like if you take a look at here, 8 plus x, 8 minus x, magically a lot of stuff's going to disappear, right? So you just have to be accurate in your algebra. All right, are we ready for example 2? Who's the fastest person in this class, would you say? No, I would say it's... No? I would say it's Amanda's going to be the first fastest person in this class. Okay. Example 2, you're still sad. Still going to be... The real fastest person in this class is me, okay? But we'll stick with Amanda, okay? So we're going to say, Amanda... Sure. Amanda and Mr. Sadler have a race. We'll say have a 200-meter race. Amanda can run. Guys, can I go? Please go here. 2 meters per second faster. So she gives Mr. Sadler a 5-second lead and still wins by 1 second. how fast can Mr. Sadler run? Okay, this is not a true story, by the way. So again, Amanda and I are doing a 200-meter race. Amanda knows that she's faster, so she goes, okay, Mr. Sadler, you can have a head start. Despite her generosity, she still beats me by 1 second, okay, which is bad, okay, so I've lost twice, okay. We'll go through this together to figure out how this is going to work. This is going to be a little bit different, okay, this question, okay. There's a lot of information here, because we don't know much. We don't know how long it takes each of us to run the course, right? We don't know that. We don't know our speeds. There's tons of stuff we don't know. Okay, I'll give you a second to scribble that down. Then I'm going to ask for a volunteer. Okay. The volunteer is going to tell me, is going to read the question twice and then read the last sentence and tell me what X is going to be in this question. What are we actually looking for? Yeah, so the first thing we're going to say is, let X equals Mr. Sadler's speed. Okay, because what happens, hopefully you guys aren't too bad at this. Okay, but what generally happens to people on word problems is they give up and they say they can't do it and everything else. Now, if I know that X is Mr. Sadler's speed, what is Amanda's speed? X plus 2. How did you get that? Whoever said that? 2 meters per second faster. Okay. So therefore, X plus 2 equals Amanda's speed. What else do we know? 200 meters. So we're going to say 200 is Amanda's distance and 200 is Mr. Sadler's distance. Okay, now this is the part that gets you. I'm going to let everyone catch up because this is a difficult part. Stay with me here, Andrew. Do not think about football and say, man, I would only that running back had a 6-second head start, he would totally get a touchdown. You're gonna stick with this. Okay. What is the difference in our times? What's the difference in our times here? I get a 5. No, that is true. But what's our? If you compare my time to Amanda's time, sorry, I heard somebody say that. Why is it 6? Yeah. If you take a look, so I'm just going to show the race here. Okay. This is Amanda running her race, and here's Nick. Okay. Okay, so what Amanda does is she gives me a 5-second head start. And she runs from there to there, and then there's a 1-second ending. Okay. So whatever my time is, no, whatever Amanda's time is, if you add 6 to it, it's going to be my time. Okay. So our equation is going to be Amanda's time plus 6 is equal to Sadler's time. Now, what I just did there was very, very deep. So I want you to soak it in and ask questions, because that's tricky. That's the trickiest part of this question, is making the equation part. Okay. The question is, if you don't know what you're going to be comparing, you can write up here for what you know, and the leftover parts what you're comparing, right? You start off by reading the question twice, getting what your x is, then you put all the x's together. The distances we know right at the beginning, right? So the leftover parts will be the time. Are we all okay where the 6 comes from? Right, but if you think, okay, just I'm going to do the tortoise and the hare thing for a second, okay? So what's going to happen is, okay, so let's say Amanda's going to say go, and I'm going to start running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So before she even starts running, I ran for 5 seconds. Okay. She runs, so we're all running the same. So let's pretend her time is t. I'm 5 more than that, right? So she stops her race at t, and I'm at t plus 5, so 5 more. I still run for an extra second, so now I'm at t plus 6. So you see what I mean? So if I would have beat her by a second, then it'd be, you're right, then it'd go back to 4. But because, right, you see what I'm saying, she gave me a 5-second head start, it would have been like her giving me a 6-second head start. You know what I'm trying to say? A 6-second head start at the beginning would have been the same. Right? Okay, I would like you to be brave right now and solve this. Go ahead. What do you mean? What is that? I heard that. I heard that. What's the equation for Amanda's time? You guys can do it. Think what time equals again. Back from grade 10 physics. Go.
X plus 2.
Yeah, good. So what's the equation though? What's the equation going to be?
200 over X.
200 over x plus 2 is going to be Amanda. Actually, we should probably do the main in here too. Plus 6 is going to be 200 over x. What's my domain for this question? What is Mr. Sadler's possible time? Good, but just in general, what's my possible time? What's my possible time going to be? 0 to infinity. Okay, let's be realistic. It's going to be a little less than infinity. But like, mathematically, it has to be positive time, right? We're going forward. Okay, so we're going to say x is greater than 0. Okay, why did I, now this is important here for this. Why did I not write equal to? I just said greater than 0. I didn't write equal to. Yes?
Because if you're running to intermediaries, you can't get it 0. So.
Yes, but more than that, yes, that's 1. Okay, why else? That's true. Jess, is that a hand or? Well, why can x not be 0? Yes? But just back to my equation, why can x not be 0?
So like the, what is it called?
Restriction?
Yeah.
100%. Right here, x can't be 0 right from here, right? Okay, so if you want to put that in there, x can't be 0, x can't be -2. With that piece of insight, Taylor and everyone else, I'd like you to solve for x and tell the world how slow I am. And more insulting how slow Amanda is, I'm sorry, Amanda, if you're really slow in this question.